Happy Tuesday. I hope that your Tuesday is off to a great start. We're going to see what the sun, moon, and star spread has to say today. I don't know about you, but this full moon is kicking my butt a little bit. Oops. I don't take pop-outs, but thank you. I hope everyone slept much better than I did last night. Okay. One more. Okay. All right, so sun, moon, and star. Oh, okay. This is really interesting. So we have the Three of Wands in the sun position, what's being illuminated. We have the Magician in the moon position, what we need to release. And we have Temperance in the star position, aka your guidance forward. So I feel like there's something about expanding possibilities and not feeling so effortful. So what do I mean by that? The Three of Wands is it's a card of exploration at its core, because on the card you can see that there are ships in the water. Some interpretations say that you're sending ships out. Some interpretations are like it's your ships coming in. At any rate, the ships had to go out at some point, right? Like, if you were sending the ships out to explore, you're literally exploring. If your ships are coming home, bringing good things back to you, that's because they got sent out in the first place. So maybe we can't quite tell if this card is a card of giving or receiving, but we're in that energy of expansion, right? So in some area of your life, this, the card is saying, hey, where do I want to expand my boundaries? Try something new. And you can see the person on the card is looking outward, right? So this is an outward facing card. With the Magician, this is a great card. In the position of the moon, what we need to release, I feel like we need to release the idea, or you're feeling like you need to release maybe, I'm getting the words like doing something, like you don't need to do so much, or you don't need to manifest so much. Like the Magician is a card of creating things, right? Manifesting things. Like they have the cup, the pentacle, the sword, the wand. Everything they need is in front of them, and they have the infinity symbol above their head and a magic wand in their hand. They're literally bringing things down from the universe and grounding it in reality. And so to me, this is saying you don't need to work so hard at your manifestations, right? Or maybe something else that popped into my head was maybe you don't need to focus on only one way of doing something. Like there's lots of possibilities, but you don't need to, there's more than one way to skin a cat, is a saying, kind of a terrible saying. There's more than one way of doing something. And the reason I'm kind of getting that is from the guidance from the Temperance card. because temperance is, you can see there are 2 cups and there is water flowing at an angle between the 2 cups. And so it's saying, the card says that, all things are possible. It's like we need to be present here in the moment where all things are possible. We don't need to be in the past. We don't need to be in the future because neither of those really exist. So everything is possible like this moment. You can see that the one foot's in the water, one foot's on the ground. Again, it's like the middle way. And I think sometimes with the magician, it's like you want to figure it out. You want to do something. This is also like mercurial energy. It's so, think about like Virgos and Geminis. They're very good at like doing things or talking about things. They're like da 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 da. And maybe you don't need to do so much, especially, when you want to expand something, expand your horizons, try something new. Sometimes we think it's like, oh my gosh, this big thing. And it's like, maybe you need to be a little bit more receptive to or open to possibilities. So I guess I'm kind of getting that your ships are coming in on this card, and you need to recognize that good things can happen to you with less effort. Let me go ahead and pull an oracle card from the deck. Let's see. One more, I think. And perfect. We pulled the Courage card. Look at it. A wonderful card. Yeah. Again, I'm getting, it's like you have to recognize that you're not in control of everything. And I was just rewatching Lord of the Rings, and there's a scene where Gandalf is saying that there are not only forces of evil at work in the world, and there are good forces at work, and so it's like things are meant to happen the way they happen. So, kind of a weird message on this card, but it's like you need to, maybe it's a courageous act to believe that your ships are coming back, like your ships are coming in. Maybe it's a courageous act to believe that all things are possible right now in this moment. And a courageous act to rest. I'm also getting, it's like the magician is a doer. And so this could just be talking about like, take a nap. Like, you don't have to do so much. Like, you can make money in your sleep, right? You don't need to be so active to achieve your goals all the time. So, oh, wow. Very interesting, very interesting. So, I hope that this was helpful or insightful. If it was, you can let me know. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday.